Why don't you get your daddy another beer?
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast. We watch the worst movies from trailer and credits scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared. He had like a weird southern accent at some point too.
Yeah, everyone's accents kind of bled through in this one, which was great.
My God.
So much fun.
So funny.
It was nice that Karen Gillan was allowed to just be Scottish, though. That was great.
Yes, thank God.
Thank God, just be Scottish. That's great. But everyone else was like, I can hear your accent bleeding through here.
Yep, the worst.
Yeah. So we're back with our this is our full breakdown, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Of The Circle, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy-handed commentary, social media commentary.
I wouldn't even call it commentary, really. It's just that was the plot. Like
bashing you over the face with data privacy and social media companies.
Yep, nightmare.
Yeah. Pure nightmare fuel here.
But I can remind people what it's about if you think that's an appropriate time to do that.
Yeah, why not? This is the moment we do that, right? Do it.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
So a woman lands a dream job at a powerful tech company called The Circle, only to uncover an agenda that will affect the lives of all of humanity.
All of humanity. Yes, forced democracy.
Yeah. Like that's the consequence.
It's a good, is that an oxymoron?
I hate the end of this movie so much.
Oh man, I can't wait till we get there. I want to punch this movie right in the face. It's so frustrating, but that's nice. That rolls into our expectations. What we did, you nailed it.
Yep, nothing happens.
I think I gave you nothing other than like, oh yeah, this is like the lead up to like a post-apocalyptic world where this is ever done. But your real take was like, yeah, spot on.
Pretty spot on. Yeah. Nope. Literally nothing happens the whole movie. There are no consequences
for anyone. Nope. Nope.
Except for that one person who dies. But
yeah, whatever. He killed deer.
Yeah. And even that was like not like totally irrelevant. Like we didn't spend any time with that person's family or.
Nope. Nope. There was like 2 moments of like, hey, we were best friends. Remember that? Why are you always so connected? That was it. I'm driving off the bridge. She's
so sad for like a second.
He's kind of an idiot too. Just stop your truck. Stop driving. Stop driving.
Yes.
If you're,
so funny.
Anyways, okay, so we nailed that. That's pretty good. We did good.
Yeah.
I give us an A+. Ding.
All right. I think so too.
I think we should start.
We're done.
Maybe we should start
both remembered.
Yeah, we both remembered. Yes.
That gets an A for itself.
Yeah. Giving us an A+. I think we should start grading our expectation.
Couldn't agree more. Good segment. Listeners, do you want us to grade ourselves on remembering stuff?
I think
that's what we're grading, right?
Yes, not the quality of it, but how well we remember what we said.
Yeah. Irrelevant to the accuracy or anything.
Just if you remembered any bit of it. That's
do you remember the thing I said 2 days ago?
The thing that not only we said, but I also had to edit and re-listen to.
Yep. That's right. Yeah, you really have no excuse.
Yeah, no. My reading, learning comprehension is very low.
Not great.
All right, so we did good there. Quick info, you want to start there? Let's get into it, right?
Please, yeah.
All right, so we have kind of one person to blame for this, actually. James Ponsold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a name I've never heard.
Yeah, he's a director. He directed this thing because that's what directors do. He's done a lot of TV, and I don't think the direction was necessarily the bad part of it. It was fine, right?
No, yeah, I think it was fine.
But he's done a lot of TV stuff. This is all his producer credits, but he's done like Shrinking, bunch of episodes for that.
That's supposed to be popular.
He did this, Thin Ice, never heard of it, another movie. Master of None, couple episodes, not many. Shameless, only one episode, but
interesting.
He's got this weird, I don't know, mix, but
yeah, I haven't seen a decent amount of these things, but like,
he's just working.
They're all like relatively notable things.
Yeah, he's just working. He knows how to place the camera and do all the things, check all the boxes, coverage. He knows what he's.
Yeah,
that's it. Just doesn't. But what he doesn't know how to do apparently is write a script. So screenwriters, it was him and I guess Dave Eggers, who it's a novel by. He wrote this novel, The Circle, came out in 2013. Yeah. Okay. He was also part of writing the screenplay. So
is this his only writing credit?
No, Dave Eggers.
No. James.
Oh, Ponsold.
Yeah.
Good question.
Like, is this the first time he tried writing something? And they're like, no, stick to directing, please.
Not a lot. He did like a handful of shorts, it looks like, and then another.
So, yeah.
It looks like he has like 2 features that he'd written, and then done this. So not many.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
None of which
stick
I've
to what
heard.
you know.
Mitch, how much
Not
do you
writing.
know? How much do you know? how much do you really know?
Yeah, read a book.
Read a book. And then obviously Dave Eggers novel by, but he also it sounds like he had some screenplay credits on this too. So
Okay.
Dave Eggers, Boston, Massachusetts, local here. So
Wow.
written a lot of stuff.
Hometown hero.
Got a lot of stuff under his belt, and a lot of awards. It looks like I went on his Wikipedia page, and seems like he writes.
Wow.
I will also throw it out there. After I watched the movie, I got the book from the library, support your local library, and started reading it. And I'm like, there's not chapters. It doesn't seem like it's just like broken up into 3 books. Yeah, there's like it's just words right now, a wall of words.
Okay. Post chapter.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's okay. I don't know. They're like reading. It's kind of annoying. There's some, I don't know. Something about reading, like the way it's written, is just kind of annoying.
I mean, if it's anything like the movie, then yeah, I can see that.
And some of it is like the way it starts. It starts out with her immediately at the job and like going to the circle, and then it flashes back to her like working at the utility company and working this dead end crappy cubicle job. You get introduced immediately to Annie. You meet Ty right off the bat. Like as soon as there's like the party scene is right off the bat, and that's drawn out a little bit more than the movie. The movie, it's like, what? This doesn't feel real. Where the book, it kind of draws it out a little bit longer and gives you detailed descriptions of all the main players.
Okay, good.
So
because everything in the movie feels like very contrived. Like in the moment, you're like, wait.
Agreed.
How did we get here?
Yeah. It's very jump too, and then you're like, why would we be here?
Yeah, like, and they use montages, but I feel like ineffectively. I'm like, wait, you didn't really show anything.
Nah, it's just her sitting at her desk. That's it.
Yeah. Like we can't read the messages.
No,
like they don't matter if we could.
It doesn't matter anyways. So.
Yeah.
But I'm going to read the book. I'm going to finish reading it. So
great. Well, we'll report back in a future episode then.
It is definitely.
Go buy a host wherever you buy books. Buy Russ Paso.
Yeah, read a book that's moves quick, reads well, and honestly, it's fun. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Read a good book.
Read a good book. And Tom Hanks, please make it into a movie.
Probably.
All right. So who's in this? Actually, Tom Hanks would be. I got a part for him in the book. Yep.
Oh yeah, I could see. I got a couple of Hanks in mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So who's in this? We got Emma Watson. She plays Hermione. Oh no, she plays May. Wrong movie.
Plays herself.
Plays herself with an English accent, which kind of comes through as a British American accent, British accent, kind of. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. It's not made for everyone.
I was gonna say I don't know if I've ever heard her do an accent before. I'm trying to think of a movie that I've seen her in where she does and like tries to do an accent.
The what's it called? The Bling or whatever. She was in that Sofia Coppola movie. It was the Bling or the Bling Gang or something like that. She was.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was like these group of girls who were like thieves stealing like L.A. mansion home stuff or whatever. And
and she does an American accent.
The Bling Ring. That's what it was. The Bling Ring. Yeah.
Bling Ring. Okay, and it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Weird. What happened?
I think the directors, like Sofia Coppola, is like a better director.
Like actually cares.
Yeah, I think she actually cares about the story. And like,
again.
Yeah, do that again and be less British because remember you're American. I think James isn't. He's not really getting
one take guy.
Yeah, he's a one take. Let's move along. This is we're pumping this out. So
yep. Okay, that makes more sense.
Well, so we got Tom Hanks who plays Bailey. We've decided like the kind of Steve Jobs of the company, the president or whatever, maybe CEO.
Eamon Bailey.
Yeah. John Boyega plays Ty. Kind of important character, but I don't know.
Supposed to be an important character.
He's supposed to be really important. And there's a fast fact I have, which I'm not sure I want to share or not, because it's a big spoiler for the book and the movie, but we'll get to it. It's the last one. We'll see.
Okay.
Maybe I'll let you read ahead, decide. Ellar Coltrane plays Mercer. That's May's like childhood best friend. Ellar Coltrane was in Boyhood or something. Richard Linklater's movie he made back in 2013 or something like that. It was like a
interesting
coming of age story where followed him growing up and real age time. So he filmed it over like 10 years or something like that.
Huh. Yeah, not good.
No. Ellar is not a good actor in this one. Again, no. I kind of blame that on James. I'm blaming that on James.
Yeah, let's blame everything on James.
Yeah, because he wrote it and directed it. And directors are supposed to work with the actors. He got them to do the thing, and he also wrote it, which is supposed to give you a good script. Yeah, so James.
Entirely his fault. Yeah, everybody gets a pass. Like, this movie has a great cast overall. But
once I finish the book, maybe I'll also put some blame on Dave Eggers here, but it's, yeah, because it took a lot from the book then. We're in trouble. Glenne, I'm going to go with Glenne here. Glenne Headly. She plays Bonnie / May's mom. She's been around a lot of stuff.
She looked familiar. I was like, what is she from?
Mr. Holland's Opus. Dick Tracy. Remember, she played Tess Trueheart way back then. 30 Round Scoundrels. Yeah, she's been around for a long time. So
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I've definitely seen her in stuff. And that's
spoilers for Fast Facts, but she's no longer around, but she was around for a long time.
Right.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Spoiler. She's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Speaking of dead, Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton. Definite R.I.P. Game over, man. Game over. He plays Vinny / May's dad, who's got MS. So that's a tough one. Karen Gillan plays Annie, the best friend who gets her the job, thankfully allowing her to just be Scottish. Patton Oswalt was a curveball, which I totally forgot he was in this. And he popped up. I was like, oh, yeah.
Sam, completely forgot. Because he's not in the trailer.
No, not at all. He plays Tom Stenton, the COO of The Circle.
Yep. Love him.
Beck, he plays Beck himself.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I'm going to go with Nick Peeney.
Sure.
Nick Peeney plays Payne plays person from the crowd.
Good credit.
Great credit. It's a great credit. Love that for him.
And I did look up Judy Reyes.
Judy Reyes
is in the movie for like 2 minutes. Yeah,
she plays the new senator who it seems like the Circle has gotten her new role, and we'll get to it. But
friend of the pod, maybe a bunch of friends of the pod.
Yeah. I mean, everyone here, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Sign them up.
Yeah, exactly.
I think only Karen Gillan is a friend of the pod of this whole list. Maybe
I could have sworn we did a Judy Reyes something. Like she had like a bit part in something else that we did, but maybe not.
Probably. But Karen Gillan's the one that stands out because she was in The Bubble from the pandemic movie. That's
right.
Terrible.
We looked it up.
I remembered it.
Yep.
Let's see, numbers wise. This worldwide, this made $45,497,689 and let's say 35 cents.
Oof, that is like 11,000 something fanatics.
I'm gonna do like we're pumping this into ITMtron. I'm gonna go like put a sound effect in there like for
yeah. So it should probably be like, oh, it's 11,538 fanatics. Forgot what the scale was for a second there. What movie do we talk about every week? The Fanatic. Everyone's favorite.
Fanatic. Oh man, we should revisit that one.
That movie was so fun compared to some of these that we're doing lately.
I know. Fred Durst, make more movies, would you?
Yes, please.
We need that. That was split. Domestic 20 million, international about 25 million. Video another 2.8 million.
It's pretty good.
On a budget of 18 million. So I mean,
wow.
I think it made money. Good. Even if if that's just a production budget and you do marketing, let's say another 9 million, that's 27 million, which I highly doubt they did 50% of the budget.
Yeah. No way.
Let's say 25 million. Yeah, and this movie actually made money.
I don't remember seeing this advertised very heavily.
I vaguely remember it, but
I think I saw the trailer like once or twice in like a theater at the time.
It's just Tom Hanks though and Emma Watson, man, that's a big pull. And Boyega too, just coming off he's on the Star Wars fame, so
yep.
I think they're hoping more people. I mean, this movie probably made money just because of those three people. That's it.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, Patton Oswalt was big then too. Like all these people are.
And still doing fine.
And still. Once and future king.
Rotten Tomatoes, 15% critical, 21 fanaticals.
So no one liked it.
Unanimous decision. No one liked
that makes sense. I don't like. Is the 15% is just coming from the casting, right? And like,
yes, yeah. It's probably like, that's it. Great cast, but they have shitty material to work with. Like that's the kind of be the garbage like critic.
They did the best they could. Yeah,
they did the best they could with a shit script, basically.
Yeah,
that's literally what they all say when you have a good actor in a movie, and then like you're like, Tom Hanks will never work again. That's not true. That's not true. Actually, I didn't put it in the fast facts, but this is Tom Hanks' second movie he was in that was adapted from a Dave Eggers novel.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
I'm getting there. I had it in my head, and I totally forgot what it was.
Where the Wild Things Are?
A Hologram for the King.
Oh, never heard of that one.
Yeah. Dave Eggers did the screenplay for Where the Wild Things Are, huh? Look at you. Away We Go. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, but Tom Hanks wasn't in either of those.
No. But A Hologram for the King. That was a novel.
Oh yeah. Did you see that movie?
No, never even heard of it until I started looking into this stuff.
What's Tom Hanks doing? How are these going under the radar?
Tom Hanks just does what he wants. So
I guess so. Yeah.
So that's it.
Neat.
Yeah. You want some fast facts?
Back me, daddy.
We kind of already covered this one. It's kind of depressing, but I figured to get out of the way immediately. But it's kind of weird because Bill Paxton and Glenne Headly, who played the parents of May, both died the year of the film's release. I didn't know that. Yeah. Paxton died 2 months prior to the film on February 25th, and Headly died of pulmonary embolism on June 8th, less than 2 months after the film's release. Yikes.
That sucks. And they weren't that old.
No. I remember Paxton passing away, and I was like, oh, that was yeah.
Yeah. So, R.I.P.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to something less grim.
Yeah.
Okay. Reshoots took place 4 months before release, aimed at making Emma Watson's character more appealing, but test audience reactions were even worse than previous test screenings.
Oh, no.
Nar.
You hate to see it. Like, all right, everyone, we tried to fix it. And they're like, no, you made it way worse.
That's terrible.
That's pretty funny.
Aimed at making Emma Watson's character more appealing. Yeah,
there's not much appeal. So.
No. Yeah.
No one in this movie is likable, but I don't think it's because of the characters necessarily. I think it's just because there's not enough development of any of them.
100%.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's heavy handed in all the things you're supposed to feel bad for because she's in a shitty situation. Her parents are,
health problems
galore, health insurance, stuff like this. It's like the equivalent to getting the old past new notice on your refrigerator, right? It's like,
exactly.
This character's in debt and can't handle life. So,
yeah.
How are they going to get out of this? Get a high-paying check job,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh.
Anyways, the scene where Annie video calls May, there's more kind of a goof than it is fast fact, but not a goof. It's just whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The scene where Annie video calls May was shot by Karen Gillan's crew while they were filming Gillan's feature film, The Party's Just Beginning in Scotland.
Huh. No way.
Yeah.
So she was like
not even on set. She was just actually in Scotland, and they're just like, "Hey, just hop on your phone real quick and just record this 2-3 lines of dialogue."
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, she's like, I thought I was done." They're like, "No, we're just gonna put you in another scene. Yeah, just a quick one."
Yeah, just to make your storyline complete. That's literally what it was. I think it was just like show her, okay, she's done, she's okay.
Yeah, I wonder if they did that in the book or not.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, you'll find out.
The Circle's HQ looks very similar to Apple's new campus, Apple Park, which was scheduled to open shortly after the film's premiere. You said that.
Nailed
it. You. Fucking nailed it. Architecture genius over there. Look at you.
That's right. They call me Frank Lloyd Wright. I'm the Frank Lloyd Wright of the podcast.
You are. That's right. Every time I have an architecture question, I go to you. Yeah. The logo of the Circle was created before the Uber redesign, despite them looking very similar.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Do they?
I don't know. I don't even use Uber anymore. It's because they're
I don't go anywhere. You're right. I don't leave the house usually.
There's nothing about ethics or morals. It's just I just don't leave the house.
Yeah, that's right. I don't live in the city anymore, so
I'm always behind a microphone. Mm-hmm. While the Circle's campus is computer generated when shown from a distance, many of the outdoor scenes were filmed. I guess so. Yeah, many of the outdoor scenes were filmed at or around the band shell at Playa Vista of Central Park. Blah. The area was once part of the Hughes Aircraft Complex and still includes some of the original buildings.
Oh, no, Playa Vista probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a fun little one, right?
Yeah, that is fun.
This is interesting. The lead role of May was first offered to Alicia Vikander, which according...
Who's that?
Oh, God damn you. You see Ex Machina? You see that movie? Do you see the new God damn it.
People, I forget who I was talking to recently, but they were like, "Don't you have a podcast about movies?" I'm like, "I haven't seen anything." I don't have time for good movies anymore. I just do the podcast.
It's her. It's Alicia Vikander. She was in God damn it,
she looks like Sandra Bullock. I don't know, dude.
Oh my God, The Green Knight, Tomb Raider. She's in a Tomb Raider reboot.
Didn't see it. I haven't seen any of these movies. Oh no! Oh no!
Ex Machina, you should see it. That's a really good movie. Like that's a better movie about
I've heard good things.
Corporate technology and AI. That's the movie to watch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie is my Tomb Raider. So.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Okay, so the lead role of May was first offered to Alicia here, which according to her was one of 3 roles offered simultaneously alongside the roles of Maria in Assassin's Creed 2016, terrible movie. We might be able to do that one.
I think we definitely could, yeah.
And Heather in Jason Bourne 2016. Funny enough, I watched that last night at the brewery.
What?
due to fan factor, she opted to do Bourne. Thus, the producers moving on to casting second choice Emma Watson.
Fascinating.
What?
What a world. Interesting.
Wow. Second choice.
I don't know who this woman is, so presumably wouldn't have been better, but is she American?
No, she's not.
Oh, damn it. So also would have had to do an accent. Got it. Swedish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think she would do a better American accent because she does one in, she definitely would. I mean, she's Tomb Raider. And, well, Tomb Raider's British.
That's right.
Right. Ex Machina, she does. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
I got more here. You want more? You ready?
Yeah, please. Sure.
Okay. Let's move on. The 2 references to Soylent aren't a reference to the movie Soylent Green from 1973. They're eating people. You know that.
Of course. That's right.
Soylent is a meal. Soylent is a meal replacement drink popular in the tech industry. Mm-hmm. Is that a thing?
Do you not know that?
I did not know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you? I did not know that.
Yeah, actually,
in all of my 14 years in the tech industry, I did not know that.
It's not. I don't think it's that popular in the tech industry, and also it's like relatively new. Like I think you were out of the scene by then, maybe.
Thank God, got out of it before I started drinking people. It's PayPal.
Yeah, well, because then so it is a reference to the movie because the company is obviously named after the movie,
right? So I don't.
Yeah, but it's like soy, like green juice kind of thing, and like people use them as meal replacements.
so basically, whoever wrote this didn't get that the drink that is in the tech industry is actually a reference to the movie. It's like it's a double reference. Like it's not a reference to the movie; it's a reference to the drink and tech industry. But the tech industry drink is a reference to the movie.
Yeah, it's maddening. I hate this fast fact.
Yeah, this is terrible. Whoever wrote this, you're an idiot. Moving on because we got a couple more here. During the first speech that Tom Hanks' character gives, Bailey there, he reveals the name of the cameras are called Sea Change, SEE. This is so stupid. Immediately following the scene, they cut to a concert featuring a singer, Beck. One of Beck's most famous albums is called Sea Change.
Incredible.
And I think the song he was singing was from that album.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense. I'm sure that wasn't lost on the people making the movie.
They're like, let's sneak in this little Easter egg.
Blech.
Yeah, let the comic book movies do Easter eggs. You don't. No, stop that.
Give me an egg.
Give me an egg. Oh my God. At the beginning of the movie, May's ringtone plays Simple Gifts. The mid-1800s Quaker song lyrics start, "'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free." Toward the end of the movie, her ringtone is changed to a simple chime.
What?
I don't know. I just read it. That's what I give you.
Oh, because I guess could when maybe she was a Quaker at the beginning.
I don't know.
And then she becomes a tech person.
I don't know. This is
ridiculous.
Funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
ITMT Tron pumps this stuff out. I just read it. Okay.
Yeah. Good job filtering these today.
Yeah. That's funny because I filtered out even worse ones.
Oh God, there was more?
Oh God, there were some really bad ones. Sometimes they're so stupid. I like to include them because they're so stupid and I'm like,
sure.
Okay.
Just to make me mad, yeah.
Like this one. I already covered this one. This is the second time that Tom Hanks has a role in an adaptation of a novel by Dave Eggers. The first was a Hologram for the King, 2016.
Right.
So, whatever. Huh. This is dumb. The circle logo looking on the back of their devices are occasionally shown to illuminate when in use, much like Apple's MacBooks, which has become a trademark for Apple devices.
Don't read that.
I know.
You're the worst.
When May is going transparent, there are many. So there's a moment in the movie where she goes transparent, meaning her personal life and professional life could be seen by everyone, by the world, right?
Yeah, she doesn't have powers in this. She doesn't turn into Invisible Girl.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yes. This is the Fantastic Four. Yeah. There are many messages from people all over the world in different languages. One of the messages is in Hebrew and says, "What channel do I need to be on to see some sex?"
Why?
That is a quality
Incredible.
fast fact. That's a quality fast fact. I love that.
Great work, dude.
But that's the internet. That's the internet, right? It's just like,
yeah. Somebody went and like paused on all of the messages and then translated the ones that weren't in English.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I actually did this and I put it on IMDb.
You did it?
Yeah, I did this.
I'm not surprised, actually.
I can't wait to these last. Oh, this last one's so great. In the boardroom meeting, the idea of mandatory voting is brought up. In the former Soviet Union, voting was mandatory, and candidates for offices were pre-selected on the ballot by the local Communist Party. One candidate per office. Most candidates received almost 100% of the vote as a result.
They say this in the movie. It's not trivia. It's like this is a line from the script.
Oh my god! Ready for the last one?
Your definition of trivia.
Go
for it. What's the last one?
Body count 1.
What?
Who put that in there?
I think users, you're falling off.
You're falling off the cliff here. I love that one because I think that was the one that had like, you can do like a thumbs up or thumbs down on them if they're like, value. I think that one had like 75 down votes and like 5 up votes.
Thank God. Who are those 5 people?
Do you want a really super spoiler one that's for the book and for the movie?
Sure.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Spoilers.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Don't watch this movie. Go for a walk.
Don't watch it. Yeah.
Just go back in your social media and get lost in some stupid thread. Yeah, actually,
don't do that.
No, go follow us on Instagram. It's just yeah. Do that.
Good plug.
Good plug. The ending was changed. Well, this is going to be a spoiler for me reading the book, but the ending was changed significantly for the film adaptation. In the novel, May, fully believing in the Circle's goals and mantras, betrays Ty in his attempt to bring down the company and is effectively silenced.
That's what I thought was going to happen at the end. Like, that makes way more sense.
Yes, that tracks. Because then what ends up happening is like, maybe the point of the movie is like, oh, we're just accepting this.
I was just saying, I think that kind of happens anyway, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, like she just kind of accepts it because there's nothing to show that she's done anything different other than like there's still cameras all over the world and like following people. So it's like,
right, they're still following her at the end.
I think she just like kind of took the throne from Palpatine here. She got the 2 CEO guys all, and now she's in.
Yep, you're totally right.
So she's kind of the villain of the movie.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Of the story, right?
Absolutely. She got a person killed.
Yeah. Dad's probably still dead. Still shitting himself.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. How do you pitch me, motherfucker?
Okay. Not bad. So this movie, I had to think about it for a minute, but clearly is Cabaret meets Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah, I see it.
Right?
But let everyone else see it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Cabaret, we all know the hit Cabaret, Liza Minnelli.
Got it. Yeah. If you don't,
others.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Of all the movies you pull, you don't know who Alicia Vikander is.
But I know who Liza Minnelli is. That's right.
And you've seen Cabaret, but you haven't seen Ex Machina.
Yeah, that's right. I've only seen movies from the 70s.
Hey, you like what you like. You're into what you're into. So carry on.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a musical, just like this movie.
I wish this is a musical.
Right?
Where do I sign up? Where do I log in? Where's my privacy?
That would have been amazing. No, but instead it follows a woman with a shitty job.
I also love this idea, this lore that you just watch like 70s musicals. And this is why you don't know any faces now.
That's right.
And why you know no movies is because all you do is watch Liza Minnelli musicals from the 70s.
That's right. Yep, I've seen Hair and yep. Anyway,
Hairspray, is that what you're thinking of?
Nope.
Oh.
Hair.
Oh. Just Hair.
Totally different. Yeah.
Okay. You're the expert. I don't know shit.
That's right. So
that's right. Carry on.
So both feature women with shitty jobs as a starting place, right?
Good start.
Yeah. Things are going to change over the course of the movie, of course.
Obviously.
But there's a guys who are kind of an on and off again love interest, and the character kind of sucks. So I don't know if you remember Brian from Cabaret,
No,
the other main character.
no, I don't remember that movie at all.
Okay. Well, he's like the on again, off again love interest who kind of sucks. Just like Mercer in this movie. You're like, I'm not rooting for this character.
No, I don't know.
No, he's annoying.
No, he's supposed to be like the grounded one. He's supposed to be the voice of like.
No, he's awful.
Yeah, he sucks. He kills deer.
Right?
He's the deer killer.
Both of them have, I'm going to say bad dads because Cabaret has got Sally's dad who famously like cancels they're supposed to meet up and hang out.
Yeah.
And he blows her off because he's like, no, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And in this one, he's just like really annoying. Like, sure, he has medical problems. However, he's like,
sure, he's got MS.
Yeah, of course, but also he doesn't have to be a jerk about it.
Go get daddy a beer, honey.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's not. I don't know. I just feel like he's not doing his best. Like he's not really asking her any questions. He's like being like, "Oh, you should go be with Mercer. Wouldn't that be cute if you were like a childhood couple from your childhood?" Like he stinks, right?
Sure.
Not quite as bad as Sally's dad, I guess.
No. Man, is MS, man.
Both of our main characters in Cabaret and this movie get used by a rich guy. There's the Max character in Cabaret that's like,
Yep.
This fucking Sally and Brian, and like leaves them some Deutschmarks and is like, all right, well,
see you later.
Get out of my house.
It's the Cabaret.
Just like Tom Hanks and Patton Oswalt, I feel like are taking advantage of our character May here, right?
Classic rich white dudes doing their thing.
That's right. Both kind of offer the illusion of a happy life. So like Sally and Brian have like a point where they're like, you know what? Why don't we just run away to England? We'll have a baby together. We'll get married. It'll be totally fine. In this one, she's like, you know what? I think I'm just going to give in, go fully transparent. And like, this is my new fake happy life.
Yeah. Got to go full transparent.
Yep. And doesn't work out in either case.
Nope.
And the last one is kind of, and that I wrote down here is like, we're watching the last days of a bohemian paradise
American crime
lifestyle here, right here, as the rise of fascism takes hold.
That's it. Yeah.
Just like
that's
in both movies, right? So
that's
we're talking Nazis in Cabaret, but
yeah. Well, they're on social media.
Maybe Nazis also in the circle.
Probably.
Yeah. So meets Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which I watched again recently.
Gotta do it.
Have you seen that one? Have you seen all the Harry Potter?
I have, but I feel like they're always in the background like during Christmas time. So
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this is the final one. So this is the one that people don't play in the background generally, because it's kind of bleak.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, both movies have Emma Watson. Great start. Both are kind of like a chosen one, kind of like allegory. Like Emma Watson here is like, oh, she's going to be the one who like takes down this company. You're like, oh no, actually, she's just playing into it.
Yeah,
at some point.
She's all in a Kool-Aid. She just bumped herself up to CEO. Yeah.
Just like Harry Potter is the chosen one, and he like ends up kind of gets a little evil towards the end.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you gotta, right?
Depending on who you ask. Yeah. I'm gonna say Horcruxes are kind of like the tiny cameras, in that they're like kind of a stupid plot device that like make both movies work out.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, why are we doing this? Okay. One of those.
Okay.
Both movies have dead parents. Bill Paxton is dead.
Yep. In real life.
That's right. And what's her face there, who we just talked about, that I immediately forgot.
Yeah. Glenne Headly.
Glenne Headly. Yep. Are dead, just like Harry Potter's parents.
True.
And also, again, another movie dealing with the rise of fascism, just like this movie. And also the ending is changed from the book, as I just learned from you a second ago.
All right. Okay.
Harry Potter throws away the Elder Wand. Stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta smash it.
Yeah, you can't just throw it
like
away.
in the book.
Yeah, you gotta.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do some real damage to it.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of fascism. A lot of fascism going on there.
Which
social media companies,
just like
you're on
just
notice.
Like
yeah,
this movie that we call life. So yeah, what do you got?
I went real simple here and pretty obvious. It's the first thing that popped in my head, so I'm just going to go with it.
Okay.
I went with it's the Truman Show meets The Social Network.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't get it. Tell me.
Yeah. All right. Come on. No, I'm not going to now.
Oh man.
Truman Show is pretty obvious, right? You know, it's the same thing. He's this guy in his bubble of this world, and everyone's watching him and seeing everything he's doing, his personal and professional life, just like this movie.
Surveillance state.
Yeah, very transparent surveillance state thing going on. Other people pulling the levers and making things happen. This movie, she's transparent. Everyone can see her personal life, professional life, all that sort of stuff that's going on there.
Yep. Makes sense.
There's like this weird thing where they want to escape out of their bubbles here. I guess Truman does at the end, right? He like pops through like the thing there, right. but then there's like this.
And she does too, kind of.
She
pops
does
back in probably, but
yeah, she definitely pops back in, but she definitely gets out of her bubble, but then comes back. So whatever.
Yep.
Meets Social Network, pretty obvious. Both Social Network movies about Social Network, kind of taking over the world. Fascism, you know. Because Facebook is, you know, kind of leading the way.
I mean, yeah.
Let's see. Both are. I think that what the idea behind Facebook is all this obviously interconnected stuff like that, whatever, blah blah, blah, and you know, giving everyone a voice, which you know, it seems like the circle's trying to do the same thing, right? Trying to, but kind of.
What was it called? True You, the social network in this one.
Yes, True You. Yes, that's right.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah, because TUI for Ty, because he's the one who came up with it. So the idea you can do everything you want from your one account, from your True You account, right? So voting and paying taxes, whatever, all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, it's only a matter of time.
You know, there's the whole privacy thing. That's the commentary about that. And I guess Social Network wasn't really about that. It was more about just him being a piece of shit.
A little bit. Yeah,
they covered
there's a little bit.
But they cover more just like him being a
it's more a business movie.
Yeah. Which this one's got a little bit of that. They're all pieces of shit up at the top. So.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah. Huh. That's it. That's all I got. I'm keeping it short and sweet.
Love it.
Little misguided, little misdirected there, but whatever. It's fine. It all works out.
Yeah, you're doing great. We're all doing great.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's break this thing down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Dude, speaking of money laundering.
Yeah.
Why are there so many production companies?
So it was funny because like when it starts, like there's a ton of them, but then there's some that just have like the written credits when it starts going. Yeah, I looked up all the ones that are in here, and
you did?
Nice. Yeah. So all the production companies, I'll just name them here. So there's 1978. There's 1978 films.
Yep.
Europa Corp, which is
the best one.
Yeah. Image Nation. I was reading that weird. Image Nation Abu Dhabi FZ.
That's right.
Okay. Likely Story. Parks McDonald Image Nation. Playtone. Route One Entertainment.
Wow, incredible. And what about STX Films? That's
distribution.
Gotcha, distribution.
So there's a bunch of distribution for theaters across in different native areas. So
incredible. What an effort.
Yeah, and I got to say the Europa Corp Pictures logo thing was a weird one. It was like kind of started. It was like a dildo that turned into a fairy. I was like, what? What is this?
Yeah, I was like, okay, right on.
Hey, you do whatever you want. Hey, Europa, you do whatever you want.
Yep. I was also, I mean, like thinking about it from an $18 million budget. You're like, what did each of these companies just like toss in like $100,000?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they each kind of took care of different. Like one of them was like, we'll do all the CG for the building.
We'll do the craft services.
We'll get Boyega. I know a guy who talked to a guy who was on Star Wars. Mm-hmm. So yes, let's see. Opening so many production companies. So I'll be honest here. The first version of this I was watching was in French, and I crossed my mind to just kind of like let it rip and just watch the whole thing in French, and see if I could figure out how things were going just by the
Bad idea. I'm glad you didn't do that.
I kind of did it for the first like 5-6 minutes, and then I went and found an English version. So
the worst.
So then we start with her kayak, and she's out there in a kayak. Opening image, because this is how it's going to end too. So her on a kayak.
Yeah, which is normal, fine.
Yeah.
Kayaking in San Francisco Bay, I don't know.
Cold, but I guess you could do it.
Cold, doable. Yeah.
So she gets a message or a call. This is all in French. I didn't rewatch all this, but this is her getting a call from her friend Annie, right?
Yep, and she doesn't answer.
Yes. And we cut to her at her shitty job. Call center. Yep. She's working in a utility company or something like that in her hometown. And this is the moment I was like, I think this is all in French.
You're like, oh no, they're just doing a bit for the call center. Nope, it's just in French.
It's just in French. And then we're driving on the road. She's in her shitty box car, whatever, driving around, breaks down or something. Some asshole behind her.
Engine trouble.
Yeah.
Yep.
And at first I thought this is the ex-boyfriend, but it's just her childhood friend Mercer shows up, and he's like,
yep, tow truck guy.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
she's like,
help you out.
I think it's the intake manifold, and he's
don't
like,
say stuff
what?
like that. No, don't say. No, stop that. God damn it.
He's like, good try, but no. And then he's like, by the way, how are your parents? And she's like, yeah, I gotta get going. Like this is where they could have done any kind of development to make you like either of these characters, and they just skipped it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing here was like kind of the obvious like theme stated moment of her being like, "Oh, we should get together sometime, and I'll text you." And he's like, "We're right here. Why don't we just make a plan right now?" And she's like, "Oh, I'll talk to you later."
Like, okay, bye.
Yeah, I was like, "What? Okay,
all right."
So we're having dinner with the family, and this is basically just slapping across the face of all like the heavy like. Dinner with the family, shitty house, shitty meal. Looks like it was microwave. Dad's got MS. He's not doing so well. We talk about all the hospital bills and healthcare and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And we talk about like dad's insisting that she should date this guy, Mercer.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. And then family life looks like it kind of sucks and it's depressing, and insurance and big pharma always wins, so.
That's right. That's right.
But clearly this is her motivation for drinking the Kool-Aid.
And speaking of Kool-Aid, we cut back to the cubicle farm.
Right. Where she's there. And
dreams go to die.
Yep. And she gets a call from Annie, and she's like, hey, I got you an interview tomorrow. Let's go.
Yep. And this is when Emma Watson starts slipping her accent.
Yes.
And I was like,
yeah,
that's British.
Yeah. What if you just, is that a twang of British in there? A little bit? Okay.
Just a little bit. I think it's because she was talking to Karen Gillan. I think it's like half the time when she's talking to Karen Gillan, she's like,
you probably
reminds me of home.
Yeah, the old island accents. So this is kind of like crossing over of her on this phone call. She's shitty job. Now she's in a car ride going to the campus of the Circle. We get the shot of the campus, big circle thing, obviously. Yep. And she's like, hey, you got to nail the interview. And she's like, I will. They're hiring 100 peeps, so you should get in there, no problem. So, and then we get the interview, and
from the trailer,
all from the trailer. There's a little extended stuff in here, and something about sushi, right? And then there's Velcro sushi, and then
it's so weird. He's like, "Would you like to go out with me?" And she's like, "That's very inappropriate." And he's like, "Good answer." And you're like, what?
Okay. Is that?
What is this movie?
Oh my God. And then he's like, remember the receptionist's name? She's like, Linda, whatever. You get the John Paul thing, Mario, whatever, blah, blah. And he's like, GIF or GIF? And she's like, I'm not answering that one. Too much at stake. I'll tell you right now, it's f***ing GIF. Get over it. And I don't care if the guy who invented it says it's GIF.
He's wrong.
It's not how letters work. And stop it.
That's right. It's not how acronyms work. It's not any of those things.
No. The peanut butter, Jiffy. That's Jiffy. That's how you say GIF. So GIF, get over it.
I think it's just Jif, isn't it? The peanut butter?
Yeah. Jiffy Lube. That's what I was thinking of.
You're thinking of Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube, also Jiffy.
Don't use peanut butter for lube.
That's right. Well, that's your weird shit. I don't care. Just to make sure everyone's on board. So we're putting that one to rest. And then
ridiculous.
Unfulfilled potential. And he's like,
her greatest fear.
We said spiders. I said spiders. I would have said spiders. I'd be like, greatest fear, heights and spiders.
Yeah.
Falling while spiders are like
pre-fired.
Falling through like spiders. That would be like ultimate hell for me.
Yeah. My greatest fear, lavalanchulas.
Ooh, timely. Yikes. Oh, LA. Oh, and Steve Gutenberg. Oh man, he's like saving people out there.
Goots.
He's like totally. Right. He's living out Lavalantula out there right now.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Goots.
What a hero.
I hope they're all okay. And then she enters the building. She's like, "Hey," and title card.
Yep, she got the job.
DOS circle.
That's right. And we're gonna get a lot of like digital floaties. You're totally right. And Trailer Trash, we talked about it. We're like meaningless digital floaties, which I hate even more than the usual ones.
It's just there's so much of it too, like all the time, right?
And like just sometimes it's just symbols. It's like really pointless. And you're like, why are you doing this? Movie.
Movie. Somebody get a little campus tour with Karen Gillan here, Annie, her friend. And it's typical tour of the super pretentious tech bro place, right? Yep. All the annoying pretentious benefits. Stuff.
Commentary about how long Karen Gillan's legs are compared to Ed Watts.
Yeah. So that was a fast fact because that was mentioned like a Doctor Who episode or something. I was like, I'm not putting that in there. We're not.
Oh, okay.
It was weird.
Yeah, weird. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't. Thank you.
Yeah. Leaving that one out. And then they're in an elevator together, and like to show you how creepy this place is, they got photos of them from like high school when they're younger, and like filling in the elevator.
Their mind.
Yeah. She's like, whoa, how do they do this? Like they have your ID, and they just looked it up. It's not hard. So.
Yep. And Andy's like, we do this all the time to impress the new people.
There you go.
By the way, here's Dan, that guy you interviewed with a second ago. Remember him? And he's like, all right, here's your tablet. And she's like, whoa, a tablet? And you're like, that's not it's to do work on.
Come on. Yeah, you can do this. Throw it out the window. I don't know. Watch cat videos on this on the bathroom.
I guess so.
So first day, she's in customer service, basically. She's a customer account rep, customer support. Right?
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And I love gamification of jobs, right? You got a score here. Every time you do well, you get a score. You want to bump that score up. That's pretty much it.
And this is Jared, right? The guy who oversees, who I love this guy. Mamando Athey is his name. He's in that wine movie, Uncorked. Recommend. It's good. Okay. Right. And Archive 51, which is a show based on a podcast. Anyway.
It's a 70s musical. Yeah.
Yep. That's right. And he's on Cake, that show Cake, which is absurd.
I'll believe you.
Anyway, I love this guy. Moral of the story.
What I'm trying to say is I love this guy.
Yeah. And he's probably the best part of this movie. So
see, we had a ton of the pop-up video stuff going on. And then there's like this really, terrible fake excitement about this company, which is just not genuine, which you will get in real tech companies on your first day. And then
that's right.
That's true. There are people who just have this really annoying excitement about working at a place.
Work stinks.
Period.
That's right.
The end.
And that's when we get a little montage, right? We get to doing the job, having lunch, getting my score up.
Yeah, we got like we get like this like bad like tech company sci-fi music kind of playing. It's like Muse but with no lyrics.
That's right.
She's crushing her scores going up. Coffee because it's free. Go to the barista. Get that coffee. Get the free coffee. Free smoothies. I love a free smoothie.
You're a big smoothie guy now.
I love smoothies. Do you get free? What do you get? Do you get any free? No, you work at home all the time, so you don't get any free stuff.
I don't get anything anymore.
That sucks.
I know. We used to have free coffee, of course, and beer. We had all kinds of stuff.
The last tech company I worked at, as you know, big time Kool-Aid drinking place, but free smoothies.
Free smoothies. Wow,
I'm on board. Yeah, I was like, I'm on board. As soon as I discovered that, I was like, let's go. And Skittles. Oof.
Yeah, I'm like, you've been a smoothie guy for years, huh?
Yeah, I've been a smoothie guy before they were cool. So,
yeah, I knew you were a Skittles guy, but
yeah, but I was like, Skittles and smoothies, sign me up.
Skittle smoothies,
Skittle smoothie. Let's go,
dude. I got candy canes this year for Christmas that are Skittles flavored. And when I say Skittles flavored, I don't mean each of them is like individual Skittles flavor. I mean it's like each of them is all the Skittles flavor.
No, how does that even? I can't even comprehend that.
It's like if you grabbed like a handful of Skittles and threw them in your mouth. That's what the candy cane tastes.
That's what you do. Incredible. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah. Is it the original flavor, or is it like some of the other, like the tropical one or whatever?
All the original, just straight up. Yeah, I'll save you one.
Thanks, bud. All right, so we're in the auditorium. This is our first, oh my God, I can't believe you wrote that too. This is hilarious. So big auditorium, and she meets with her friend, and she's like, hey, how you doing your first week? And she's like, oh, I'm doing okay. And she's like, don't worry about it. You'll get through it, Yeah. I'm going to tell you out there, anyone who's going to tech industry, that's how it is. Your first 3 months are going to suck. They're probably going to be terrible.
Yep.
It won't get any better, but it'll get slightly better. Because once you find the smoothie bar, you'll be like, oh, this is better. This is better.
Exactly. And make a couple friends and,
Yeah.
slide right into it.
Yeah. My first 3 months are terrible, but that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's affording me now. It's paying off now.
Yep. It's all paying off.
Still
you're
paying
retired.
off. Yeah, it's still paying off. So, all right. So then Hanks is on stage, and Hanksy here, he's just like, "Hey, all right, I just want to welcome all the guppies because that's what we call them because you're tiny little fish and you turn into big fish." I was like, "That's gross. Just
gross.
Don't have that as a name." And then a bunch of Kool-Aid drinking bullshit. And then Marketized Friday. I can't believe you're right.
he's like, all right, this is Dream Friday, and I was like, Dream Friday. We used to have Marketized Friday.
Marketized Friday. A little history, a little lore here for everyone. So Jared and I, if you did not know, if you listened to every single episode we've ever done, we used to work together in the tech industry. And
we're like half of them.
yeah. So Jared was on the marketing side, and I was on the engineering / product side. And when I went into the product side, I would come to him and our other friend and our boss, and I would be like, "Hey, Marketized Friday," and I would email you guys just random,
just stupid ideas.
No, they were fantastic.
Cool ideas.
Marketized Friday. I would email them every morning with a Marketized Friday idea that was purposely ridiculous and stupid, and I'd just be like so into it. I'm like, "Come on, guys, let's do this." You guys are.
I'm in. Let's get Billboard.
Was that one of them? Let's get
whatever
Billboard.
You want.
Yeah. People still advertise on billboards, right?
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah,
Billboards coming back.
Yeah, only diners and truck stops and ambulance chasers. Okay, so Marketized Friday.
Dream Friday, same thing.
Yeah, showing off cool stuff.
Yep.
And he's got some jokes, and
he's full of jokes, and they're not funny. It's so annoying.
No, but it's everyone's Jake the Kool-Aid, so they think it's funny. Like, that's hilarious. Our president's funny. And then they're like, I love how there's like people like basically heckling him in a way, like, do this thing.
I don't like the
we love you.
Yeah.
No, and he's just like, hey, we're all cool. We're friends. I'm like the uncle of the company here. I'm the cool uncle.
Where do you guys think I've been lately? And they're like, surfing. And we're like,
what?
What? And he's like, yep, that's right. You know me. I love to surf.
That's right.
God, I hate this. And then he does in a whole spiel about surfing. And he's like, yeah, you used to have to like get up early, call the local surf shop and like ask about how the waves are doing. But, eventually they stop answering your phone. Then I'd be like, all right, well, just call my buddies who are out there surfing ahead of me and ask them how the waves are doing. And then, you know what? Eventually they stopped answering the phone too. So then I had to like go use the internet. But by then they had the internet. And like,
everyone's like, whoa, the internet.
Like, look at this crappy video. Look at this. It's not even HD. They're like, oh, boo, internet, boo.
1080p? No.
And he's like, but now, check out these cool circle cams.
And he's suspiciously put these cameras all over like the beach and all over the area. He's like, without a permit, I just did this.
Yeah, he's like, I just put this one on a cactus. And you're like, why are there cactuses on the beach?
And I love how like this movie does this a lot to like, this is like there's no subtext, no subtlety to the yeah, this is a little bit creepy. He has to be like, they actually say, he's like, without a permit. And I just put these out there. And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Because it also records audio, which is now surveillance. You can't record audio. Like what are you doing? Like,
yeah, it's pretty funny. And so he does like shows off all this stuff, and he's like, and like now we have real time analytics processing. So there's like, here's a dashboard, and you're like, oh, cool, digital floaties. And he's like, and the best part, these cameras are going to cost less than a pair of jeans. He's like, well, not my jeans.
We don't make as much money as he does.
Basically, yeah.
And then he's like, because circulars. I can't say it. Circulars. Because sharing is caring, and everyone says it together because they're all wearing the same Nikes. And then he's like, then he drops the whole human rights implications, right?
Yep.
And we're kind of like, good or bad? And
he doesn't clarify.
So then he jumps to a shot of like, I'm not sure where we are, wherever.
It's like some city in Italy or something, isn't it?
Yeah, or like it looks like maybe in the Middle East or something. I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you see anything here? And then all of a sudden he shows that there's cameras all over this little area. This neighborhood.
There's 144 cameras.
In a foreign country without anyone knowing? I don't think that's what you could be doing.
He's like, and they're basically invisible. And then, like, oh, cool.
And then there's this quick jump to like, and tyrants and terrorists, and we're going to get them. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. And I was like, what?
and we'll see them. I was like,
there needs to be accountability. And you're like, oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like tossing them out into the audience. And you're like, don't throw cameras. Like, what are you doing? Like Emma Watson catches one. She's like, ah.
Good catch. Yeah. Because knowing is good, but knowing everything is better.
Yep. And gets a standing ovation. So
grab your Nikes on the way out.
Except for Emma Watson's like mildly skeptical. Like she's like, I don't know.
This seems sketchy, but steady paycheck. I'll believe whatever you say.
Yeah. And thankfully I watched this on Tubi, so I got ad breaks.
I got ad breaks too. Those are long. They're long.
They were really long ad breaks.
5, and I had to sit there. But it was kind of nice because I could walk around and think about what I just watched.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Made me upset. Speaking of upset.
Let's go back. Yeah, let's go with Beck here, right? Here we are, Beck cameo. And for a good, 30 seconds of Beck. I don't mind Beck. I like Beck.
Yeah, I like Beck. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't he like a Scientologist?
Oh, is he? No.
I think so.
No. Come on. Sure about that? Don't ruin my Sunday, Saturday.
He's like got some questionable.
Well, Tom Cruise is too, and I like him, so that's fine.
I know that's what I mean. Like, you just kind of give up at some point.
They make great art. Ignore the bad, right?
Yeah.
Just hold your morals off for a bit for a good song,
Yeah. Oh, wait. I guess 2019, maybe he left Scientology. So.
Yeah. Do you ever really leave Scientology, though?
You do, and then they like attack you.
Yeah. Then they like ruin you, don't they?
Like then you die. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Leah Remini. I guess apparently, he's denounced Scientology. So good for him. Good on you, Beck. You're a good person.
Good job, buddy. You made it. Okay, so then I don't know. She's hanging out with Annie. They're partying with Beck, and she's like, "Oh, I got to show you something." Like in the middle of this concert, and
I hate this part.
Yeah, she's going on about like working at the White House or something like that, and I was like, "What?" And then she's like,
"Yeah." Well, before she says anything, they like go into this like secret library, and she's like, "Give me a verbal NDA," and he's like, "That's not how any of this works."
So this is all from the book. This is in the book, stupid. And even the nice knockers joke is from the book.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So Dave Eggers, settle down. And it's like the old school decision making office that Bailey. That's his he in the book he's a big collector of all this old stuff and these books and yada yada, and he's got this little room that they do their big decision making moments, which I guess Annie is a part of because she's part of like the top 40 or something like that.
I forget what they call them.
The Elite 40 or something like the Shark 40s, or I don't know, the Guppy 40s,
something like that.
So yeah, and then she's there's a moment I was like, I'm glad they let her use her own accent. But yeah, so Annie's like hyped and she's always working, and she's like, you can see her kind of like on the fringe of like maybe losing a little bit because she's working so much and there's no work-life balance because that's what tech companies do to you.
Yeah, May is like, oh, why don't we go back to the party? And Annie's like, can't, gotta go back to work. See you later. It's like it's like midnight.
Yeah. So in the book, she's like, oh, I shouldn't be showing you this place at all, but and then there's a hidden like access door in this in the book, like there's a wall that moves and like it's like access.
Wait, you mean that scene has a point in the book?
In the book, yeah, and it's like, oh, this like goes down to like maybe his parking spot or something like that. I don't know, but it's like I don't know. Yeah, that's cool.
In the movie, it's pointless. So
yeah, pretty much. I mean, they come back in there later when it's pointless. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay. So then we're at the party. We're back at the party. And so this is a very jarring cut because it goes from that and then it just cuts right to them back at the party. But it's her by herself just walking up to John Boyega's character and just being like, hey.
Yeah, it's
and he's
so
like,
weird.
He's like, hi.
What? Yeah, he's like, can I help you?
Yeah. Like there's like, it's just a very like, just comes up to him and starts talking like, it's Emma Watson, dude. Talk to her,
Yeah. Well, and also, so like they clarify this later in the movie kind of because he assumes that she knows who he is somehow.
Oh, right.
Even though he's made his entire shtick is not being recognizable as himself or something. I don't know. But they're like, you're like, yeah, because otherwise it doesn't make sense that she just came up to you. And she's like, no, I have no idea who you are. And you're like, that doesn't make any sense.
So the book, this happens just as early on. And they, at least it builds out a little bit further. Like she's actually doing other like work party activities and like they kind of encounter each other before this. Yeah. It doesn't like this cold run into each other. And then they have the conversation about drinking more and hanging out more.
That would make more sense.
And then they kind of build him out a little bit more. And he doesn't introduce himself as as the guy though. He's like
He doesn't
Francis,
introduce
whatever.
himself at all. Yeah.
Yeah, well, in this he doesn't, but in the book he does introduce himself, but it's like Francis something else, whatever. But then there's like,
name.
yeah, and then there's like this really weird moment of like, he's like, I knew I could trust you the moment I met you. Thing. I was like, what?
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 Based on what?
Based on what? So that's like kind of true.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're hanging out. They're having some, random booze that's around. And Boyega's like, yeah, everyone's excited to work here. And they actually make the Kool-Aid joke.
They do, but it's like random booze that he pulls like roofie wine out of a bush. I'm like, dude, like what?
Yeah.
Like, that's my party trick. I can always, there's wine in every bush in this whole park. And you're like, wait, what?
That's weird. Wine in the bush and two in the hand?
You might have a drinking problem, dude.
Just gonna say it, put it out there.
It's weird, yeah. But yeah, so then they do a Kool-Aid joke, and he's like, all right, well, I've got to go do work. And she's like, why is everyone working at night?
Yeah, and he comes across as like one of those like classic like network engineering guys who's like totally disenfranchised with like working at this big tech company, but he's got to kind of keep staying there. It's like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, go talk to, if you work at a tech company, go talk to one of your network guys and just like for 5 minutes. Yeah. And you can see how much they hate their lives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then a testament to how bad the script is, May is like, did he tell me his name? I forgot. Don't do that.
Don't do that. No. And then she's on a shuttle bus home, and she's just thinking about life, and she's like, oh, smiling a little bit because life has changed. Now she's at this new, big, awesome company.
It was like another scene that didn't make any sense, like really, because they're like, wait, shouldn't she be like kind of stressed out, like of all these people who are working all these extra hours and like sure, like she has health insurance now, but also like, I don't know, like don't be. She's like so dreamy about it. She's like, like now I'm in this whole new world. Like, what? That doesn't incongruous with what we just watched.
So then we cut to home party. Was it a birthday party or something? I don't know. It's like some party. And
something like that.
This is when I recognized it was Bill Paxton. I was like, oh shit, it's Bill Paxton. I didn't recognize him the first time.
Bill Paxton being a bad dad. He's like, oh, you're almost as happy as if you're with child. And you're like,
yeah, it's like,
what?
Whoa, what does that even mean? Settle down.
What a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. I just think I don't want to work anywhere else ever again. And you're like, what? We don't, that's again, like none of this was built up. Like we don't care about any of this. It doesn't seem like this is a dream job. It seems like it's pretty standard job.
Yeah. You're still doing customer support just at a company that's going to pay you $6 figures to do it. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you get free smoothies with all them fixins.
Yeah, exactly.
Fixins.
Skittles smoothies.
Yeah. And fixins.
And the mom's like, I just been bragging about your salary to all my friends. You're like
what?
What? Like the parents suck.
Yeah, they're a little weird. Yeah. But mom, so they're excited, and basically the whole scene is basically mom asks about Annie, and she's good. She's always busy doing regulatory stuff. And then dad's like, "Get me another beer," because he does it for a reason. Because he sees quiet kid Mercer over the corner. He's like, "Get me another beer. That's where the beers are." And she goes and gets a beer. And
trying to do some little social engineering here.
Yeah, so they had the old childhood friend chat, and he's like, "Oh, I want it to be how it was," and he's definitely the voice of reason, like the one who's like, "Why are you so connected all the time?"
He stinks too.
He stinks. He's like so like no one in this movie. Honestly, I think Tom Hanks is the most likable character.
Yes, oh, absolutely, and Patton Oswalt. I feel like even I was like, oh, I'm kind of rooting for the villains here.
Yeah, I think I am right. And he goes on about you're in your company going through a bunch of antitrust laws, blah, blah, or,
have you heard about the senator? You're like,
I wonder if that's going to
exposition me this.
Yeah. Well, this is going to come back later and it's not. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah, it really doesn't.
No. Maybe it's just to show their power because like they basically get that other, I think the hint is that they got the senator investigated by the FBI and then they brought this new one in. So.
Yep. And then again, because the script is so bad, she literally goes, don't you have to chop wood or something? And you're like, what? How is that the segue?
What? Okay. So they were back outside.
She goes outside. She went to the parents again. She's like, I'm up to an 87 so far. And you're like,
who cares? No one knows. What does that mean?
What is the script?
Yeah.
And mom's James. Like, that's great, sweetie.
James. Come on, man.
James.
Dave James. Yep.
And then dad pooped his pants.
Dad pooped his pants. Dad went on and shat himself, and it's okay. And then she's feeling bad. We're all feeling bad. We're all feeling, it's like, okay. So,
yeah.
But it's like,
No segue.
I know. I also hate how, like, this is the bottom of the barrel. Like, this is like, you know what I mean? Like, the script is like, how do we make it feel like you really feel sympathetic for the character? Like,
hit rock bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, you hit rock bottom. Let's have Dad shit himself. Okay. Like, what's.
Yeah. And then it's literally the next scene is just like her, like, kayaking at the Golden Gate Bridge.
Crying.
Like, what? Yes. I'm like,
cut this.
How are we half an hour into this movie? I haven't learned anything. I hate these characters. I don't know anything about them.
Oh. All right, so we're back at work, right? I think.
Mm-hmm. No. There's like a beach thing.
Yeah. Well, they do. Yeah. Well, there's a weird. It's kind of like all part of a montage.
Is it a
it's
video?
like it's like this all montagey thing where like they do a quick shot of like the circle cameras like everywhere, and it's like they get like the CCTV view on like all the employees, and you see like the bubble, all the information they're getting. So Big Brother's watching, very 1984, blah blah blah. And May's at her desk. I love how she's like watching news, and it's like we have the Elizabeth Warren type senator being going antitrust stuff, blah blah blah. You know,
Judy Reyes. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not her. That's the other woman. It's the Williams.
Oh, that's the other woman. You're right.
It's Williams and
Judy Reyes is the tech-friendly senator.
Yes,
right.
tech-friendly senator, right? And then Patton Oswalt pops on as the CEO, and I was like, that's hilarious. Then we get like the two like HR people, welcome
HR goons.
Yeah, they come up and they're really annoying, super happy people. Hey you. Oh, you haven't set up your circle profile.
And she's like, oh, well, I haven't really had time. I've been working. And she's like, well, knowing your coworkers is part of working. So. Communication isn't extracurricular, is it?
Community, and they're like leaning into this like really buzzwordy, like cringy tech life community bullshit.
Yeah, she's like, you haven't been showing up to evening events or weekend events. And she's like, wait, I'm supposed to be here on the weekends? And they're like, no, we're not saying that.
No. But kinda. I'm not saying you should be, but maybe you should.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, is it related to your dad's MS? Is that why you weren't here? And she's like, what? Yeah, it was. And like, oh, did you reach out to anyone about your crisis?
She's like, no, I kayaked alone. And the guy's
I love kayaking.
I love kayaking. We could have kayaked together.
And there's 4 MS support groups here. 2 of them specifically are for children of parents with MS. Oh
my God.
Reach out. What?
So then they go on about this participation score because you got to gamify everything, right? Yeah. So got to be participating to keep your score up. It's just for fun, but get involved.
Yeah.
So it's not that like it's definitely like a slightly exaggerated version, but it's not that far off from like working at real like big tech companies. Like it's definitely exaggerated, but there's definitely a vibe of this. Like there's an exaggeration. They're kind of like doing a satirical poke at this stuff because but that comes from somewhere, and it's like kind of
I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's definitely extreme and they're pushing it, but it's like, oh, yeah, not bad. Okay.
I feel like it's less like that now than it was a few years ago.
Yeah. But I mean, this movie has to change things.
Right, of course. Yeah.
Right.
This movie is the change they want to see in the world. So
it's the change, the hero we needed. So we got to a work montage, which just shows her working and her score going up, more pop-up bubbles and like checking her participation score. We had a video chat with mom. Dad collapsed, but she wasn't there, and she felt bad not being there.
Yep.
And then we get the antler chandelier.
Right. Well, so there's an antler chandelier that apparently Mercer made that then the mom took a picture of, and then she takes a picture of the picture.
Yes, right? That's the stupid thing. She on her phone, she takes a photo of the screen of the. Do you work at a tech company, or what? It's just called print screen, and you grab a screenshot. Yeah, that's
just
it.
Do a screenshot. Yeah.
Or have your mom take a photo of it and text you.
A lot of options.
A lot of options. Not taking a photo. That's like me taking a photo of my laptop of your face to put on.
Yes, exactly. We'll put that on the website.
So we get the antler chandelier. That's a big plot point. That is Chekhov's antlers. It's Chekhov's antlers.
That's right. Chekhov's antlers.
So we're back at work, and
there's a walk and talk.
Well, she shares the antlers photos with her circulars, like basically Slack channel, right? just goes out to the company and like, it's
Oh, I thought
participation.
that was with whatever the social media profile thing, like the True You profile. Or
Oh, yeah. Not like a Slack, but whatever their thing. Yeah. So she sends it out there, and then we have a walk and talk with Annie, right?
Yep. They talk about the parents a little bit. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, speaking of MS, like, why don't we go to the doctor on campus?"
That's right.
What? Like,
yeah.
Why?
And she's
like, "I've got an idea." And you're like, "Okay."
And the doc is like, "Here, drink a Kool-Aid smoothie," which I'd be like, "Hell yeah, let's do this."
No, don't always ask what your people hand you something and say drink it. You should ask what it is.
So I can't remember this actress who's playing the doctor here.
Yeah, I recognized her.
Yeah, you did. Friend of the pod. Yeah. Friend of the pod. Yep, friend of the pod. It's Purna Jagannathan.
Oh, yeah.
She was in the Outlaws. Or the Outlaws. She played the villain. Recently. Yeah. Huh. With the Vine there, whatever his name is.
Yeah, good remembering.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I think I remember where she's from. Anyways, so she's a doctor. She drinks up the green smoothie, Kool-Aid stuff. And she's like, yeah, just getting you checked up. We'll wire you up here, track everything. Here's a watch. Like, here's a
what
Apple
sensor
watch.
Is that going to come from? She's like, the one you just drank.
Like,
what?
Are you supposed to tell me? What kind of doctor are you?
Yeah, and then Annie's like, by the way, Doc, can we get May's parents on the Circle Health plan? And she's like, yeah, I don't see why not. You're like, that's not how any of this works.
Send it by HR. Go for it. And then, May is literally just like walking in circles in the room and like, yeah, here's all your information and all your vitals and the monitors up here. And yeah, okay.
I hate this scene.
Then we cut right out to presentation outside. We got CEO Patton Oswalt giving a presentation. Tom Stenton here.
Yeah. Well, there is a quick walk and cry with Karen.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Because like, thank you so much. She's like, oh, that's great. So
yeah, and she's calling her mom, being like, guess what? You're on health insurance now.
Yeah. We're all going to be saved. I saved the family single-handedly. So then we get the presentation outside in a little mini auditorium, and Patton just going like leaning heavy into the political, like this is what we do here.
Is ridiculous.
So bad.
He's like, look, Congress's approval rating's at 11%. That means people don't like what Congress is doing. Does that really mean people don't like what tech is doing? And you're like, what? We need more accountability in government. We need to know what those people who represent us are doing. That's why we're going to put cameras on them. And you're like, wait, what?
This is like one of those moments of like, this is like slapping across the face over like what social media companies like want to do or can do, or, but it's like, would they actually just be saying this to like, wouldn't their employees be like, does this seem a little fishy, a little sketchy? Like this is the thing that they do, but you don't say it to everyone. You just go do it. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't do a presentation being like, and this is how we're going to change the political climate. It's like,
yeah, don't make it a speech, because then he introduces this tech-friendly congresswoman.
Well, then first we see Senator Williamson, who is against the bring up the antitrust laws. She's being investigated by the FBI, and it's like a hint at like, oh, did they set this up? Did they
put a little pressure on the Justice Department over there? Yeah,
probably. And then we welcome the new senator, and she goes on about every email, every meeting, every chat, every phone call, everything I do is gonna be transparent, so people know what's going on. Transparency, which is gonna come back a little bit.
She's going full transparency.
Full transparency.
I hate this movie.
Yeah, it's bad. And then we got Boyega. He's watching from a distance, and I guess I don't know. I don't understand why a tech company would be this obvious about it, but sometimes you just gotta smash the viewer over the head.
Yep. And good cliffhanger for us to, speaking of smashing heads.
That's right. That's the end of part one. And I think we've smashed your head with enough information. So, right? Give me the bat, Wendy. Give me the bat. Shiny reference there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to get right to it. Thanks for listening. We'll be back on Thursday with part two, the riveting conclusion of The Circle.
Yeah.
Will data survive? Will privacy survive? Will surveillance? Will we rivet stuff?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. But in the meantime, until you get those questions answered, follow us on Instagram, on social media.
Follow us on Tech Company.
Yeah, follow us on Tech Company A. It's This Meets That. Subscribe to us on Tech Company B, wherever you listen. Set us auto download on that same Tech Company. And if you like the show, tell a friend in person over text, over Facebook.
However you want, really.
Yeah.
Pigeon?
Sure. Your turn.
Or speaking of tech companies, go to Apple or Spotify. Leave a review. 5 stars would be nice.
Yeah.
I love those.
Use these tech companies to
Yeah. Or if you're feeling old fashioned, you can send us an email at an email that is run by a different tech company.
Old tech.
At gmail.com.
Yeah. It still reads all your emails. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Or if you don't like big tech companies, but you like small tech bros, go to the website, our website, because it's not
still
by big tech.
No. I mean, it's hosted on a big tech company.
That's right. Who's looking at that?
Yeah.
Yep. It's thismeetsthat.com. We got merch. We got all the old episodes, information about the show.
You can go to you can go to another tech company and buy all of our merch. Right.
That's right. Or go to a different company and buy Russ's Book Host.
Go to the biggest company and go buy my book. Or you can go to a store, mom and pop bookstore, and order my book.
Yeah, you have to ask for it there.
Yeah, you have to ask for it. It might take a while, but so go to the tech company, big one.
Yeah, just go to Amazon.
Yeah, A to Z. Just go there.
The best. And check it out. Again, go to itsthismeetsthat.com. All that stuff's there except for Russ's book.